I want to read a quote that you provided, and I saw it reviewed, and it's not too long, so I'm going to quickly read it, and then I'm going to follow up with a question. And it's just from Tony McCuck, the president and CEO of Kirkland Lake Gold, I believe. The Kirkland Lake Gold Macassa mine is a flagship underground operation for us. A key mandate for the site is to provide a safe and productive workplace. And a main component of this is achieved by improved effectiveness through less equipment downtime and less modifications to the daily workflow. With this contract award, we are confident that the bucket shop will positively support that mandate. Now, there's a reason I love that. I love that review is because it's not, they treated us well, they did this, and I've seen the professionalism. So I know that's like a given that you did that. But there are companies that rave about their customer service. But this review is very they helped our bottom line. And that's what I look for when I see really strong reviews. When you're dealing with your partners, and is it a conscious choice, or is it just organically that your company sort of cuts through the fat and you're very technical and you're looking for the solution? Is that part of the conversation that happens, within the company?
Paul's definitely in a better position to answer that. He's nurtured these accounts for years and can give probably a more detailed history of the approach there.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Paul.
To answer the question the best I can, Jared, I mean, we've been doing business now with Tony McCooch and Kirkland Lake Gold since 2011. We've enjoyed working together. Our mandate was to lower the frequency of change out, increase uptime at the face, and provide user-friendly systems and commonality where we could within the fleet. So in the beginning of the show, we quickly touched on the two-piece bucket technology, and that is such a large piece of our business today. The two-piece bucket technology is, I believe there's some pictures that we have shared where the front end comes apart from the rear end. In the old days prior to the two-piece technology, when a bucket was captive underground, it would have to be cut apart in order to come to surface, in order to be overhauled. And it would have to go back down underground in two components and then be welded back together and then put back into service. And that was a primary design that was centered around captive operations that did not have ramp access to surface. Today, end users are realizing that the two-piece technology is good for both operations, both captive and non-captive operations. So the rear end is kept in service now for 3 times longer than it historically used to be. We introduced this technology to Kirkland Lake Gold at the Macassa mine in Kirkland Lake as one of the first properties, and that allowed us to continue to propel ourselves forward, bring that value, increase that time at the face, and have that scoop operating longer without the emergency downtime. The predictability of some of the things that Jimmy had touched on earlier, that is very real for us in being able to actually calculate when that front end needs to be changed out. And most mines, it's emergency downtime. It's not really managed all that well. Some properties do better than others, but we're here to further enhance that offering. And Kirkland Lake Gold was a real stepping stone for us back in 2011. And they were quick to realize the benefits of the technology that we were bringing forward. And Tony specifically references the bucket shop's successful 3-year award for the buckets at Macassa. And it's something we're very proud of. It's more than just a partnership. It's something I take very personally. I've been working that account since 2011. I've got a vested interest in making sure that we're successful there, that we continue to meet the KPIs that we have set forth in the contract. And the continuous improvement program is something that just never stops.
First off, apologies, Tony, for saying your last name wrong. But I'm curious. There is when an operating mine, and I go back to that quote, just sort of that very cut through the fat type quote that he's provided. Where is that line, Paul, that you have to straddle between making sure you're offering the best value but also not reinventing the wheel beyond what they're sort of capable of taking in right now. I don't know if I'm asking that question correctly, but there's just sort of that, oh, we've got a new product, it's a new development, or with a strategic and close partnership like that, are you developing based on what the feedback you get from them, or are you bringing them ideas as well?
Well, I think it's a fine line, and I think it's very easy in today's mining environment to throw too much spaghetti at the wall at once. And so we choose to release it in a controlled fashion, provide the data. I think today a lot of people are quick to digest the numbers. If we can show them hard evidence and data that what we are doing is working, then the ideas that we bring forward tend to be embraced quicker. But it's so important that we continue to be innovative. And we've always said here, amongst the team and my family in particular, if you're not moving forward and somebody else is, we just must be driving these solutions forward all the time and bringing them, to a new elevation.